Today we climbed Big Creek Peak. This seldom climbed mountain is in the northern half of the Lemhi Range, closer to Challis than Arco, Idaho. It is 11,350 feet, 9 miles round trip with an elevation gain of 5,340 feet. Though it was early in the winter, we encountered loads of deep snow from a very low elevation. We are at Big Creek Campground, the beginning of our trek up Big Creek Peak as well as Flatiron Peak. 2.5-hour drive, a bit longer than I expected. I was hoping to start in the dark, but you know, no headlamp, that's a good thing. It's cold out, 17 degrees, but fortunately just an inch of snow, so it should be good go. Started on this trail along Big Creek, easy going, but we have to get up on that ridge pretty soon. Oh look, the morning colors are changing the color of the clouds. I never quite know what is underwater and what is not. About a mile in on the trail, we're going to turn right and leave our river and head up towards the ridge. Not too much deadfall. Looks to be pretty easy going. We'll see. So far, going's easy through here. Not too much underbrush. The faint trail leading up to the ridge. Awesome. And look, the sun is coming. I think we hit the ridge. It's going to get significantly warmer. Okay, we traversed up to the ridge. And now the ridge should take us to the summit, and hopefully with some commanding views of both sides. We saw lots of rabbit tracks, but this is our first elk track. Target the nice view from the ridge, the mountains around. The other thing about climbing this mountain is I've never been in this range this far north before, so the views are all unique. Oh, so the sun is rising, and as we get higher on the ridge, the rock formations are getting more beautiful. The ridge line is not steep, but the snow is fresh, beautiful, and kind of pretty. Taking a layer off, getting warm. The sun is baking us. We spent a lot of time trying to negotiate the maze that is this deadfall. What's the path of least resistance? Notice how we really get up there, the sky gets really deep blue. Just not as much atmosphere above us as there was before. Through the trees there, I see our first glimpse of the peak. Ooh, looks pretty formidable.
I had to take a picture. It's kind of cool. First real view of the mountain.
We're not quite at the tree line yet, but we seem to be above most of the trees, and the view is getting spectacular. It's such a winter wonderland with the snow sparkling. I didn't expect this much snow. It's still November. We are busting out of the tree line, ready for the summit push. Here we go. Almost up. Okay, it was so crazy, because down 1,000 feet below, there's not a breath of wind. The snow is light and fluffy on the branches, and seriously not a breath of wind. And then, about 500 feet at the summit, there was a pretty stiff wind. And then up here on top, it was a vulnerable hurricane. It was crazy. I've never seen such a crazy delta between just a few feet. this point at the summit, we are totally in survival mode. There's no sitting down, there's no eating a snack. I don't even want to take my phone out to take a picture. It is absolutely miserable. All I can think about is get down, down, and down. Down about 500 feet, the wind stopped. 1,000 feet, we stopped for lunch, and everything was perfect again. Crazy, crazy, crazy day. That was miserable. This is miserable. It's really challenging because the snow is really deep, which is nice because I can just slide down. But then suddenly I hit these rocks. I'm trying to stay away from the rocks the best I can. But boy, you can't beat the view, can you? There's Bora, the highest point in Idaho, right there. Well, a lot easier losing altitude than gaining it, that's for sure. The snowballs are beating me down. Woohoo! There's few things as enjoyable as taking monster steps down a snow slope with snowshoes. It requires just about no energy. You just feel like gliding, you know? Of course, you know, skis would be a bit more fun, but I'm not complaining. Whoa, that was hard. Oh yeah, so much fun. Look how pristine the snow is. Nothing but the little snowballs that I just knocked down a second ago. I don't know if you can see how it's glistening. The ice particles on top of the snow. A full rainbow effect here. I just love the crystals on these snow. Boy, it was a hurricane up on top of the mountain. And right now, like, the snow is still delicately perched on top of these branches. What a difference a few thousand meters make. A couple hours late for lunch, we were very hungry. Unfortunately, the wind had stopped and it was pristine again. So we patted down a little spot for us to eat, pulled out our lunches. I don't know, we spent half an hour, 45 minutes just enjoying the weather. It's crazy how much different it was just 1,000 feet higher. I mean, it was perfect down here. You just couldn't ask for a better day. Yet on top, it was so miserable. I mean, here the snow is pristine and there's crystals everywhere. Here we were shedding layers right and left. I was not thinking of that on top. But it was nice to take a break from all that labor and begin the fun stop, which is going to be snowshoeing down this slope in this perfect snow. What a great day. After a nice snack, should have been lunch, but it's way past lunch, and we're making our way down, and boy, the going is easy. Man, this makes all the uphill worth it. I'm just gonna kind of throw my legs in front of me, and the snow is taking all the cushioning. It's like taking no energy at all. Okay, we were trudging up this hill, and now I'm going like 4 miles an hour. What a difference. I definitely was not singing on the way up, but I find myself singing a little bit on the way down. Shoo, 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 shoo. There's a lot of work making that track coming up. End of the day. The last of the sun. Fixed 1,600 feet to go. So that's it. The GoPro gave out. It got dark. This is not what I would call a beginner snowshoe trip. It was arduous and long, especially with the soft snow. It took a lot of orienteering to get there, but the views were unique and beautiful.